Hello again, and I'm back with Jacob to talk about Kingsman The Golden Circle, which we just saw last night, and which I'm going to give about a 90% rave to. What are you giving it, Jacob?
Yeah, I'd probably go with an 85, 90.
Now, this is what we were talking about last night, is I can't quite figure out why it's not 100% rave. I loved the first movie. I was looking forward to the second movie, and it could be, maybe it's just a case of my expectations were extremely high.
Because it does all the things I expected it to do. It doesn't do anything that I expected it to do badly, I guess.
Right, and there's not like one glaring thing that says, oh, I wish they hadn't put that character in, or oh, I wish they hadn't gone there. There's no glaring thing wrong with it. But so I'm just trying to figure out why I'm not like 1,000% enthused, because I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
Got a lot of great action sequences, you gotta admit.
Yeah.
Probably the action movie of the fall.
Yeah, no, definitely.
No doubt. And if you like action movies, you're gonna go see it. I don't think we're doing any spoilers here, are we?
No, I don't
Not
think
really,
so.
but you know, some things might be borderline. But just quickly, what occurred to me is that I was just a little disappointed that we're doing some small spoilers, but this happens in the beginning of the movie. I was just a little disappointed that they blew up all the Kingsman headquarters.
And it's also in the trailer, too. So
It's also in the trailer, right, so it's not really a spoiler, but they actually went ahead and did it and pretty much blew up everybody in the first cast except for a couple people.
Yeah. Which is, you know, I mean, I feel like they did it a little bit too early in the series' career to, like, kill off everybody. I mean, I'm sure that there was probably like some sort of behind the scenes reason for doing it, like people wanted too much money.
People didn't want to do the movie or something. But you know, it almost seems like to me it's like you can all remember there was a toy at some point in your childhood that got broke way too early when you weren't tired of playing with it. And to me, it's almost like they broke the toy right when they took it out of the box. I mean, this is only the second movie. We didn't really have all that much fun with the Kingsman, network yet, and then they blow it up.
Yeah.
So it seems like blowing up the Kingsman network should be something you do in the fourth or fifth movie, not the second movie.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And you're getting a little tired, and maybe a few of your older people don't want to do it anymore. But yeah, so I didn't get that, and I didn't get blowing up the blonde agent from Kingsman.
Yeah, that was very.
If she didn't want to do the movie, why didn't they just recast her? There's a lot of blonde actresses.
That was very strange that they had because like I don't know, it seems very strange that they killed that main character. Maybe it turns out that because like she jumped off screen. So like maybe it turns out they're planning to do that in they're trying to deal with that in like the third movie or something.
Maybe
like
she'll
that.
come back.
I don't know. That's probably the strangest.
They kind of left it ambiguous because they
didn't
didn't show you a corpse.
Yeah, that was probably the strangest part of that movie.
Yeah.
I think, but
Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely a sticking point. And while I was in the shower just now, because I work a strange schedule. Sometimes I take showers at odd hours. While I was in the shower, it just occurred to me that if they really want to be the new James Bond series, they've created this scenario where they can basically do whatever they want because everyone knows it's very tongue-in-cheek. And they did some things that are very tongue-in-cheek. But what they neglected to do, because they blew up all of Kingsman, is that they didn't really have any new gadgets.
Yeah.
Or any new... And that's something that James Bond never really neglected. He always had new gadgets. Yeah. And so they definitely shouldn't neglect that. And it seems like they were kind of neglecting the Bond girl aspect, too. They didn't really have a lot of appealing women, just draped over things in a Bond-like fashion. So the Bond movies always involved one major Bond girl and a lot of background females, but they always had a fair amount of glamour and sex appeal to them. But there wasn't really a big female character except for the villain. And then the other thing is that I'm not really sure she was all that strong of a villain. I liked her. I liked the actress. Maybe I like her too much. It almost seems like they failed in their effort to make me dislike her and to root against her.
Yeah.
I mean, I was enjoying her. To me, when a kung fu film wants to set up a gangster as a bad guy, they have him kill the parents of the hero or something, or kill his home village. I saw a kung fu movie where the guy killed the whole village where the hero came from. His whole family, his brothers, his sisters, killed the whole village, and then you really want to see that guy get beat up. But they established this villain and have her doing mean things to her henchmen right away. But as viewers, I'm not sure we really hold that against her very much.
Yeah.
It's different, you know. Instead of testing a henchman's loyalty to see if he would kill the other henchman, maybe she should see if he would kill his kid, who she's secretly kidnapped. You know, from the family that he thought she didn't know about. That would really make her evil.
And I mean, like, I think the weirdest thing to me, honestly, I think that there are robot dogs in this movie. There's 2 robot dogs in this movie. I don't think they fit in that well.
They look cool.
They look cool, but I understand the robotic arm thing.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But having like a whole robot dog,
Right.
I don't know. Seems like it's a bit much in the movie, which I guess maybe that seems a bit strange. So they have all these crazy gadgets already, but
But see, if you are going to include a robot dog in something that's so tongue-in-cheek that you can literally do a laser lasso and rope people in half, if something is that, and you can literally have your hero jump through it in slow motion and not get touched by it. If you're doing something that tongue-in-cheek, if you're going to do a robot dog, then I think the way to handle them is to have the hero pull out a collapsible robot cat from his pocket and have it expand and meow, and then the dogs chase it off screen. Something like that turns it into a joke, because it is a very tongue-in-cheek movie. I don't really see Robot Dog as being clever enough to have a big part in the movie.
I'm just not sure the super heavy robotic stuff fits in with the Kingsman type thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it fits in with the universe that well. I don't know. I think that might be my issue with this, that I feel like there is some stuff in this movie that doesn't fit in with the universe.
I feel like they could easily come back with a 3rd movie and resolve all of these issues and get 100% rave out of me, because this is all nitpicky stuff we're talking about here.
Yeah.
I'm still way over 90% on this movie, and if you haven't seen it, definitely the action film of the fall.
The action scenes are still great.
The action scenes are great. The whole thing with the cable car that goes down the side of the mountain, that's a great sequence. Of course, if we have seen a lot of these movies, we know that James Bond did a sequence like that, which was, and there was a movie called Where Eagles Dare, which I think was even before James Bond, that did a big sequence on a cable car. So it's not you don't have to do an original sequence, but that was a great sequence.
Yeah.
And when the cable car is falling, that's amazing sequence that they're going through there.
Yeah, one thing about the original Kingsman is that there was really only 2 good action scenes in it, I would say.
Yeah.
It's this one has at least 4.
Yeah, the big action scenes.
Yeah.
But the original Kingsman did maintain a nice pace of constant action.
It did have a pretty nice pace.
Wait, are you counting the Kingsman agent beating up the gang of teenage thugs as a big action scene from the first one?
No, I'm talking about the. Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't do that one.
That would count as 3.
That's 3. You're right.
But it had lots of little action in between.
Yeah.
But definitely, if you had to give it a 4 stars and you can use half stars, what would you give it, Jacob?
I would say I'd probably give it 4 stars. 4.5 stars. I give it 4.5 stars.
It stops at 4. 4 is excellent.
Oh, we're giving it. They're not doing 5 stars, right?
Okay, let's do 5 stars then. So
right.
you give it 4.
I'm used to 5 stars.
5
I'm
stars.
not part of this newspaper.
The old dinosaur
old way of
newspaper,
doing
the
it.
4 stars. You only got 2 thumbs to put up and 4 stars to put up. We were rationing them out in those days. But okay. On a 5-star basis, you're at 4.5. I guess I would have to be at 4.5 too. Although I think you were maybe a little more dazzled than me, just because I've seen so many more action movies than you are. But I still like it. I'm only knocking off a half star for the things I dislike. And I'm hoping that they come back in the next installment with an all-new Kingsman organization and with some great gadgets, and put a beautiful Bond babe in there. It's hard to say Bond babe. And just hit that old James Bond formula, but be loosey-goosey and have fun with it, because I think that's what this series is all about. And what they really need for the next one is a diabolical, scenery-chewing villain. Somebody who can really tear up the place. You might want to go with an old man like Dennis Hopper or somebody like that, somebody who has played villains in the past. I don't know who's the top villain guy today out there, but
Oh no.
I mean, you might have to pull out. Well, you can't do Samuel L. Jackson because you did him in the first one. So I don't know who the top villain guy today would be, but you need a real scenery chewing maniac villain that the audience will hiss and boo immediately.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need. But that's a wrap on that.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next topic here, and we'll see you again soon on these videos.